Greetings, Crawford Ashley here, the spiritual boxer, and I'm going to talk about boxing again, as I always do. But it's going to be a little bit about story time and what the amateurs taught me. And I was thinking about a kid who, I was about 10 years, and I was at Belle Isle Middle School. We were up there for the schools, and I wasn't allowed to box that year. I was boxing the following year. And I remember there was some commotion going on in the toilet, and I went into the toilet and there was a kid there, maybe 12, 13, and he didn't want to box, and he decided to do a runner across the field. And to me, I thought that was so brave, and it seemed to help me in a positive way. Because when it came my turn to box, I knew at any time I didn't want to box, I could walk away. At any time, and I had that all the way through my career. That at any time I wanted, I was brave enough to just walk away, even if I was in the middle of a fight. You know, and it was hard, and I didn't want to go on with it anymore. I'd have took a knee. I wouldn't have been bothered about what other people said. It's how I felt. And I find that kind of fascinating, that such a memory, and now I was seen as a positive, you know, a kid running away, not wanting to box. And to me, life is about choices. It's about making the choice that suits you to the best. And if people laugh at you, so fucking what? Let them laugh. And there's this thing again called imposter syndrome, which I can seem to find a lot with trainers that I talk to. And you go into a club, a gym, and you work, and you can see the trainers doubting themselves straight away. Why? Don't you feel like you're capable enough of teaching boxing? Well, learn. You know, you've got the knowledge you've got. Improve it, expand it. You know, don't ever feel like you don't know anything, because none of us know anything. We're all making it up. You know, and I think that's one of the best things. Everybody's just making it up. Too many people don't think they're right for the job they're doing. And when somebody comes in that they think have got more experience than them, they feel like they're going to get found out. But you're already found out, mate. You know, you've just got to realise you only know what you know. And that's one thing that works in boxing. If you have a bad day at the office, it don't mean you have to have a bad career. It's just one night. You know, get back into the gym, start working on the things that work well for you. You know, try and correct the mistakes you was making or you was doing. It don't mean that you're a crap boxer. It just means that the level you're at, you're not ready for certain type of fighters. It's like, there was a kid I boxed, Ray Kane. He was a cruiserweight, and I'd sparred with him in Ireland, and I was supposed to be fighting Mike McCallum, but Frank Warren said Mike McCallum didn't turn up. So I went up to Newcastle. I was fit and I was on point, and then I was fighting a cruiserweight who's 10-0. And I stopped him in the second round. And it wasn't that he was a bad fighter, it was just that the levels that we was at, he shouldn't have boxed me. And that's where certain managers and trainers can either fuck up a fighter or improve them, take them on to that next level by getting them the right fights at the right time, so they can improve and so they can move on, and so it gives them that confidence. And it's like when I boxed Michael Nunn, The first one was Graziano Rodriguini, and it's like I was speaking to Jonathan yesterday about it, and we was talking, and I got my first 12 rounder was 6 days notice, and it was against Graziano Rodriguini in Germany. When I'm in the office, they asked me if I wanted to fight. The money was shit, but the voice in my head just went, how good are you? This kid is unbeaten, a former super middleweight world champion, and find him at 6 days notice in his backyard. How good am I? I don't know, let's find out. And what I found out over there is, yeah, I belong in that level, I belong at that level. And did I have any doubts? No, I don't think I did. I just wanted to find out. You know, it's about putting your skills to the test, to see if they come up to scratch. And it was the same as the Nunn fight. Michael Nunn was the best fighter in the world, pound for pound. How good am I? You know, am I an imposter? Have I got that imposter syndrome? Or am I going to go and find out? And I went and found out. And again, I lost the fight. But I didn't lose. Which, when you're trying to explain to somebody, they don't get. It improved me as a fighter, it improved me as a person. Because I knew I would go and give my all in whatever I do. I'm giving it 100%, or I'm not doing it. What's the point? You know, if you're not going to give it 100%, don't do it. Like I said about that kid, he didn't want to box, and he'd take that ridicule and even that inner voice with him on that one decision, and I take my hat off to him. And I think if more people stop laughing at people, their life would be better. You know, judgment, it's one of them things which is very easy to do. Nobody's been in the place you're in, but there's so many people can judge you on how you live your life without ever having to live it. And boxing is one of them. You're always going to get judged because you put yourself in the spotlight to be judged, and whether you like it or not, that's their opinion. And if you take that on board, then you're mad. You know, it's like when I got knocked out by Clemenson. If I listened to everybody, my career's over. But I got knocked out a few more times, which I did. I think I got knocked out one more time. But then, when I did my last fight, I realised then I'd lost all fun for it. I'd lost all the enjoyment of what boxing gave me. And like I said before, best decision and the worst decision both at the same time. And I'm glad I made it. And did I think about making comebacks? Yeah, I have thought about making comebacks. Would I make a comeback? No. I can't put my body through what it needs to go through to get into the ring. And plus, I don't break my word. And when I started out in boxing, there was only two things I wanted to achieve. One was get a Lonsdale belt outright, and two was not to make any comebacks. I retired when I was 38, and my life spiraled completely into one of the deepest, blackest holes you've ever lived. But came through that, man. You know, came through that. And it's one of them, I'm at a really good place now. I'm at an absolute fantastic place. And now I'm teaching what I learned to my son, Theo, and to Declan and Corbin when he comes. But I've got a lot of knowledge to pass on, and I don't mind passing it on. You know, what I can't do is with people who are ignorant and arrogant and narcissists. And I've been to a few gyms, like I said before, and they don't want to learn. They're so set in the ways, they've got these blinkers on, and all they can see is one way, their way, and they don't know nothing. They've never been in the ring, they've never been hit, they've probably never had the nose broken in a fight, broken the hands in a fight, but yet they have a right to tell a kid to go out and fight when they don't know what it is feeling. I find that interesting, but they don't seem to want to know. There's quite a few good trainers out there who've never boxed, and that don't mean if you're a good boxer you're going to be a good trainer, or if you're you know what I mean. Training somebody to box is about getting information and learning about who the kid is you're teaching and how to get the best out of them. Because I know there's a lot of fighters out there who know a lot more than the trainer. You know, it's like when you look at Angelo Dundee and Muhammad Ali. Dundee couldn't tell Ali what to do, but he knew how to get the best out of him. You know, and with Sugar Ray Leonard, same. He knew how to get the best out of them. It's like when they all talk about Emmanuel Stewart. Emmanuel Stewart for me was a very good tactician. He could see the patterns that boxers had, and he could work out each fight, to have a game plan, work on certain things that are going to take care of this guy's weaknesses. It's like with Lewis against, I think it was Oliver McCall, where Emmanuel Stewart said when he throws his jab, he pulls his right hand down and you just throw your right hand. And that's all he did. He took the jab and whoom, right hand, because Lewis's guard was open. And Lewis seen that, that's why he went to Emmanuel Stewart, because he needed that, you know, to work out what's going on and what things to work on. It's like when he boxed Grant, they got me in there to work my jab, because Grant had a good jab, and how to slip it, move from it, counter it. So you've got trainers who kind of like know, and you've got other trainers who might get the best out of your fighter, and the fighter knows how to do it himself, because basically he's got the basics down, so he knows what he's doing. Anyway, I've added a bit of a chat. I hope you like it. If you do, please subscribe, share it, ring the icon bell so when I get new videos and put them on. If you found it interested, you know what I mean, leave a comment. Anyway, till next time, bye.